Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you guys my Cardfight Vanguard Ghostie deck profile for May 2017. This is another one of the decks from Rummy Labyrinth that I was working on alongside Nightmare Dolls. Finally finished this deck. The only thing that's missing from it is the Stride Zone, but I'll basically go over what you can add in to make that playable with the deck. It's really cool, and the fact that you don't really even need Stride Zone because it's a generic deck, no GBs in this whole deck. So let's go ahead and jump right into the deck profile. On the lines of Stride Zone, obviously you want to run Jobadiah. The Ghost King is what we call it in my group because my friend Joe loves. So Obadiah is your main use that you want to use just because it's a rare Ghostie with the Ghostie Send effect for power. Other than that, like I said, let's jump right into the main deck. I run 4 Ghostie Leader Demetria, one of our first grade 3s for the Ghosties. Its effect is when your rear guard is retired, you choose a normal unit with a grade less than that unit and Ghostie in its card name from your drop zone and call to rear. If you do, this ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. And the other effect is Soul Blast 2. Ghostie cards, when this unit is placed on the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck until a grade 1 card is revealed. Choose a grade 1 card with Ghostie from among them, put it into your hand, and put the rest in your drop zone. So it's a good search effect, the fact that it has the ride-on effect, and then the call effect also helps just for those easy to call rear guards, which Granblue is very well known for. And most of the deck is all Ghostie, so very easy to get the Soul Blast 2 off with a consistent ride chain. And then for backup, I run 4 of the new Fabian the Ghostie. Aside from it being a 10k, it's really cool. This one does have a GB1 effect, but like I said, it doesn't make the deck unplayable for the fact that its effect is when this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets +4. That's the Vanguard or rear guard effect, so it makes up for the 10k power. And the other effect is Counterblast 1. When this card is put into your drop zone from your deck, you may pay the cost. If you do, call it to an open rear guard and as hollowed. So it'll be gone at the end of the turn, but you can still make full use of it from the drop zone, and it has hollow on its own as well. But the fact that you can call an easy rear guard for that easy push power makes this card completely good backup grade 3 in the deck. And for grade 2s, I run 4 Nesketh, or Hesketh the Ghostie. It's got the effect when it's placed on rear guard, it gets +3000 to the end of the turn, and if the number of cards in your drop zone with Ghostie and its card name is 3 or less, you rest this unit. Very easy to make use of this card. You'll get Ghosties in the drop zone very fast, so you won't ever see the rest effect. And the other effect is once per turn, Counterblast 1 and put the 1 card from the top of your deck into your drop zone. If the card with its name is Ghostie in its card name, you stay on this unit, and this unit gets +3000. So even if it's rested, you'll still be able to make full use of this card, gaining an even additional power up, which early game can really help with those big columns to attack your opponent. And for Clemmy the Ghostie, another good card. I'd say this card is your shield card. During your turn, if the number of cards in your drop zone is 5 or more, this unit gets +2000 power. Then if the number of cards with Ghostie in their card name is 10 or more, this unit gets +5000 power. So once again, a good power unit. And if the number of cards in your drop zone with Ghostie in its card name is 10 or more, it gets a +5 shield, making it a good interceptor. So it's an all-around power unit, along with Hesketh the Ghostie, making it good just for those rear guard push columns you want to make use of. And then for the last grade 2, I'm running from the new set Skeleton Marauder, but I really would prefer to run either the unit that gets the support boost effect when boosted from the trial deck. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll list it for you all. Or Ruin Shade. There aren't too many other good Ghostie grade 2 backups, so I wanted to run a generic just in that case. Ruin Shade came up a lot just for the mill effects, really good, so I might end up using her as the backup for running 3 of her. But until then, I'll stick with this card just for the additional effect of the rest to call to an open. But Ruin Shade hit my mind just because it doesn't have a GB effect, but it still has that mill 2 for plus power. And for grade 1s, I run 4 Freddy the Ghostie. I see people go back and forth with the unflip perfect guard, but I'm sticking with Freddy the Ghostie just for the fact that it is a Ghostie card, and it is also an easy perfect guard to get a hold of, and it can also protect rear guards and vanguards depending on what you want to do. And the deck isn't too counterblast heavy, so you have that to rely on as well. Next up, for Tommy the Ghostie Brothers, Lucky that it is a stride fodder for the deck, and it's also got Ghostie in its card name. Just helps with easy stride power. I know there's no stride zone with the deck right now, but strides really do help power-wise, especially when you go into Obadiah or something like that. And for Quincy the Ghostie, another grade 1 backup from the drop zone. This one does have a GB effect. You counterblast one, choose one of your grade 0 rear guards, put it to the bottom of your deck, and if you do, call this card to an open rear guard from the drop zone. And the other effect is retire this unit. When your Vanguard with Ghostie and its card name is attacked, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your Vanguards, it gets plus 5,000 to the end of the battle. So a good extra defense tactic, and the fact that it's very easy to call this card to the field just by getting rid of one of your grade 0s can help make some pretty powerful columns as well. And to finish off the grade 1s, I run 2 Jackie the Ghostie. It's a GB1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, this unit gets plus 2,000 to the end of that battle. And if this unit is hollowed, this unit gets plus 2,000 and the intercept ability. So making it a valuable grade 1 in the front row as well with this unit, making it get some good powerful columns, which is what the whole Ghostie deck revolves around to begin with. And 1 Matt the Ghostie for your starter. It has the effect, put this unit into your soul, and then you put 2 cards from the top of your deck into the drop zone. If the cards put with this effect are Ghosties, you soul charge 1, and then if 2 cards with Ghosties in its card name, you counter charge 1. So the 1 Ghostie effect for the soul charge can help with your Vanguard, which is Ghostie Leader, and the secondary effect for the counter charge helps take up some of those counterblasts. So a good starter to run. And for triggers, I run 4 Jimmy the Ghostie, crits, and 4 Cody the Ghostie. Now this one has the effect of counterblast 1 when your other unit without Ghostie and its card name is put into your drop zone. For rear, you may pay the cost if you do call it to an open rear guard. Now most of your deck is Ghostie, so you're not really going to see this effect too much, but I still wanted to run full Ghostie triggers with that in mind. And sadly, I only have 2 Rick the Ghostie, so just running a backup Crusher Francesca until then. So we'll hopefully get 2 more of these soon. I know it's not that expensive, just hard to find those old triggers. And then lastly, for Howard the Ghostie, a draw trigger with the effect put into soul +3. Once again, helps build with the soul power and the fact that you can make use of the Ghostie name as well. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Qualia out.